Let's see how many people coming. Hey, Sunshine. Hey, hey, Rhonda. Hey, how y'all doing? Inga. Hey, nice to see you too. Yeah, so this video is about your narcissistic bosses at work. You know things they things that they do. Like for one thing, they do great Rhonda, great topic. Yeah, you know, because everybody, you know, because this goes on everywhere all the time, every day. So I figure I touch upon this a little bit, you know, some more before I switch to other topics. But yeah, they are working. Narcissistic bosses, they working full time around the clock to stop you. They give preferences and a lot of corruption. Yeah, they manipulate way to the top and abuse their staff. Yeah, so you guys who dealing with narcissistic bosses at work, uh, also with the co-workers, you see the bosses and your supervisors and your managers, they are trying to stop you from getting promoted. So what they do is that they be passive aggressive with you about your work. They act like you don't do a good job when you do. And what that happens is narcissists are jealous. So what they do is if you do a good job, they'll say little slick remarks about how your performance is. If it's good, they'll say it's bad. You know, whatever you do good, they make it to the opposite of you don't do good at all because they jealous of you. And what they do is try to make you look, the co-workers try to make you look bad in front of the bosses and everyone else, other co-workers. But your bosses make you look bad in front of the co-workers too. So your narcissistic boss or bosses are teaming up with your narcissistic co-workers. So they working together to stop you from what you're doing. They working together. Every day they trying to steal your peace. They trying to make you feel like you unworthy. And what they want to do is want you to quit the job and don't want you to work there. Because they don't want to be around the type of person that you are, which you're not a bad person. You're different from them and they don't like it. So they try everything in a book, anything they could come up with, tactics and street. Right, it might gang stalking. Yeah, they gang stalk you. No matter wherever you go, they follow you. If you in the lunchroom, the break room, they follow you up there. They just harassing and stalking you, and they follow you. She said it rains on the job too.
I can't clean your room if you don't let me in.
Oh, hi, Clarity. Thank you. Yeah, so they, you know, it's full time work around the clock. It's all about you, all the time. It's all about you. They watch you talking about you all day. That's all they do. They talk about you all day. You know, when you come there just to work, get your money, and live your life. Thanks, Egna. I appreciate that. I'm fine. I'm fine, Miss Moreau. Yeah, thank you, Egna. I appreciate that. Yeah, they watching you, and they gang stalking you, and they are talking about you all day. You know, they worried about you. They focused on you. You know, they don't even come there to work anyway, but except for just to hang out, lollygag, and make the place a corruption place. That's all it is. They just create drama all day. Inga. Oh, it's Inga. 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 Okay. Not Inga. Inga. Yeah, and they are also they doing things to make you feel like Inga from Sweden. I don't know who Inga from Sweden is. Inga. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Yeah. So another thing they'll do, try to make sure that you don't get promoted. They also, if you're not full time and they control over your hours, they also will make it so they'll cut your hours too. They'll give you the little bitty hours that they can. You know what I mean? Because they don't want you to succeed to be successful. So they'll make sure if they can't cut your hours, if they could, they'll cut your hours so you won't, basically trying to stop you from surviving and living by any means necessary. So they'll give everybody else hours but cut yours. And it's also just to have them on a team. It's also just to have them on a team. See, what your narcissistic boss or bosses do is that it's common name Sweden, the maid from the TV show Vincent. I don't think I've seen that. Yeah, clarity. See, always cut your hours. Yeah. So they see what they use is the hours to favoritism the flying monkeys, which is the co-workers at the job. So they give them hours because they are easy to manipulate and they don't have no value for themselves. So they'll do all this portraying and all these things just for some hours at work for a job that they hate and they don't even like doing anyway. You see them when they come and they miserable, man, can't do the job. They always tired. They hate their life, and they're, and they are bothering you and gang stalking you just for some hours on the job for a job that they don't even like. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. Yeah, that's what they tried to do. Inga. What they try to do is break your spirit and make you miserable. See, because their life is already miserable and messed up. They don't like their lives. They hate their lives. So when they see you come to work and they see you do what you do and you happy and you got your stuff in order, they just hate on you and attack you and watch you all day. It's the same thing if it was narcissistic of classmates, family members, friends, neighbors, the community. It's the same thing at your job. What jobs that this happens a lot? Retail jobs, big name narc bosses, playground to mess you up. Yeah, clarity. There's certain jobs that mostly narcs work at. There's certain jobs where they love certain jobs. And certain jobs, I'm gonna do a video on that too. I don't want to make that alive. I'm gonna do a video about that. The places where most narcs work at. It's something I noticed. So I'm gonna do a video about that. But yeah, so they want to cut your hours. They'll make sure you don't get promoted. They'll always keep saying stuff about your performance, even though it's excellent and better than theirs. They'll lie and say like your performance is wrong. They'll try to sabotage your job all day. Retail is notorious for narcs. Yes, definitely. Inga, definitely. 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 It definitely is. It's like, wow. Definitely. That's the number one place. It's like, wow. And but just focus on you and do you and just focus and still be happy. Because they don't want you to be happy. They mad that you happy. Please do a video on that, Kevin. Yeah, I am. I'm going to do a video on that. I've been meaning to do a video on that for about 6 months now. But I got so many video requests that I want to do. And plus I got my own video ideas. So I'm just bouncing between the two, you know. But I'll get to them because I got all the video requests written down. But yeah, so what they'll do is that like they'll cut your hours. They'll cut your hours because they don't want to see you make money. They want to see you broke, struggling like they are, or even if they not, that's how they want to see you. So they want the worst for you, so they'll do that. They'll make sure you won't get promoted. They'll try to sabotage your promotion. They'll try to make you look bad in front of everybody, the customers, and even the other co-workers. But you just keep doing you, you know, and you know who you are. You know you a good worker. You know that, and you know who they are. You know, so don't even stress and worry about them. But that's what your narcissistic boss or bosses, supervisors, and co-workers they are doing. And they trying to make you They try to make your life miserable all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? And then they the ones who don't even do no. They the ones who don't even do no work. They don't be doing no work. They the laziest ones. And also, what you got to understand is that they act like they working when you come around. Especially if you a hard worker and they don't like that you're a hard worker because they lazy or they out of shape. They their health is bad. They resent you and hate you also for the fact that you're a hard worker and you have the strength and the capability and the ability to do your job. They don't like that. So when they horse playing around and just lollygagging and talking, when you come around, everybody leaves or act like they working. Just, right. They get see what you got. Yeah, they get the promotions. LP, they don't work, but they get the promotions. Because what you got to understand is that they are working alongside with the other narcissistic bosses. And they're going to help them get promoted because why? They're just like them. That's what it is. They're just like them. They're going to take care of their own kind. I like you because you're a narcissist. You just like me. You're the type of person like me. They don't want to promote you because you're not like them. That's the issue. You're not like them. They don't like you. You're not like them. These are jealous, envious, wicked people. You know what I'm saying? They wicked and evil. They jealous. They hateful. They miserable. They spiteful. And that's what it's about at the job. And Inga, thanks for I appreciate the chat donation. But Inga, from now on, just send it to my PayPal because Google, they're gonna take like 30% of what you sending me. But I thank you very much and appreciate that, Inga. But from now on, anybody who want to donate in the super chat, just donate to my PayPal, my PayPal link, because whatever you guys donate in the super chat, Google take 30% of that. So anything in the super, I know you guys probably most likely didn't know that, but anything that's sent to anybody in the super chat, that YouTube they take 30% of that. So, but that's the only reason why I'm saying that, Inga. But thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, Inga. In the long run, you find out the boss is doing some shady stuff. Yeah, right. They hiring only certain people, they kind who they want. They giving certain hours to certain people, they kind and who they like, and a lot of favoritism go on. A lot of favoritism go on. And also your co-workers or supervisors, they'll treat you wrong because the manager or the owner of the company allowed them to do that. So this is why they feel comfortable, because they feel like they got this big support system of flying monkeys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Say your boss or your supervisor it has an okay from the bosses, the big bosses, to you know abuse you, narcissistic abuse you. They will do that to feel comfortable with doing that because the boss is telling them. It's like, well, the boss giving me permission, so they feel more comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Because they have permission from the higher up. Like, okay, I could do this to him, I could her, them, however I want. District is watching. The district sees everything. Narc boss's terror doesn't last long. Right? It don't. It don't. It don't at all. You're right, Inga. It don't at all. Right, Speedy, too. Also, they so lazy, and since you're a good worker, well, even if you're not a good worker, and you would say if you was even lazy like them, they put all the work on you. You got to pick up their slack. They will not do work, and it's another reason why they don't like you. Hey, because they are just slouches. They slouches. They hate to come to work. They hate to come to work. Every day is misery. Every day is miserable. So what they try to do is make your life miserable, because misery likes company. And if you happy and you're not miserable, oh, they on top of you. They're gonna try. Yeah, LP, they love to see people in pain. So they're gonna bother you do all type of things. They're gonna try. What they're gonna do too is try to trick you up, so don't fall for it. They're gonna try to make you react in a way to get you suspended or fired. That's what they. So don't fall for that. They're gonna try to make you do something to get yourself in trouble or fired. So, but don't fall for it. They're expecting you to react a certain way, so they can easily get rid of you. You know, because you could be your own problem and react off of emotions. But it's a proper way to go through things. Like if your job unionized, you could go through the union, you could go through HR, you know. You could also go to the managers, even if they are, and you're dealing with a coworker, that's still what you have to do because they still have to respect that. But don't fall for it. Go through the proper channels the correct way to beat the narcissist or any situation like that. Always go to the smart and the correct proper protocol way. Never react off emotions because you end up losing at the end. You know, and they try to say things about you to piss you off too. They try to say things about you so that you can feel insecure about yourself. That's another thing. They want you to feel insecure about yourself. Then they also want to flex their muscle. They're gonna walk around you like they're the boss, like, you know, try to excuse me. They're gonna try to flex their authority. They're gonna over abuse their authority and flex it on you, because they want you to feel little. You know, like I'm the boss, or like I'm over you, so I'm the supervisor, or I'm more in charge than you. You know, so you know they got to get that out. They weak minded people, man. So that's what they're gonna do. I'm gonna let you know who's boss. That's the mentality. Yeah, see that's another thing. See that's another thing, right? What's that? Who said that? Rhonda. Yeah, Rhonda. Yeah. See, that's what happens. That's another right, Rhonda. That's another thing what they do. So you gotta understand that they are swift. They are swift at what they're doing because they already know what they're doing. So they will get cool with who they need to be cool with for safety. And that's what they do, which you don't even know that they're doing. They're being cool with everybody and cool with the right people. So behind your back, they are sabotaging you and setting everything up for you to fall. They're getting cool with all the right people, stay in good grace with them, doing whatever they can to stay on their good side, showing them this fake, awesome, good person. So then when it all comes down to it, when you react to what they're doing in a negative way, or if anything brung up to them, or if anything comes up between the two of y'all, or whoever, y'all and them or they, that they're already in good with the people that they need to be in good with, so they can say to them, well, I'm gonna take their side, your side, because I already seen who you was and we already cool. This is why, the number one reason why narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, and toxic people in general have so many relationships with so many people, so that they can be protected and safe for the stuff that they're doing. And so people can always stick up for them and say, well, this is the person that I know, this is the person that I seen. I don't believe that this person so and so would do that because how they act around me. Then so what also happens is when they do that, they make sure that you don't have no support by them doing that. Now you don't have no support system. So now it's just you by yourself. And they took away your support system. So now it's like they setting you up to try to take a fall. Yeah, every boss have a boss. Exactly. So it's always somebody higher up to go to make a complaint or put them back in their place. Exactly. Exactly. Yo, Speedy, every boss has a boss. Every boss has a boss. That's why I was saying it's proper channels and protocols to go through, instead of you reacting in the wrong way. That'll get you in trouble. And that's what they want. And that's what they doing every day. Every day that's what they doing. They pushing you to quit, or they pushing you to see how you react to get you to react so they can hurry up and get rid of you, and then you just be another talk of the town and another joke that they joke about while they working. And that's another thing they do. They joke about other people that they got fired from bothering. You know, it's just like when you play kids and you one kid and five other kids bothering you, and then you react, but you look like the bad person because nobody seen what they did and you just reacted to they did. They throw rocks and hide their hands. So you don't want to do that because everybody look at you like, whoa, what are you doing? What's going on? And then you'll point your finger, well, they did this, they did that. But they looking at, well, you just did this, and that's more than what they did, and we didn't see what they did. So they throw rocks and hide their hands. So remember that too. They are cowards. Whew. I'm trying to do this my best, y'all. I gotta use the bathroom right now. I gotta use the bathroom so bad right now. I'm having to use the bathroom since this live started. But well, before. Whew. Gotta pee so bad. Yeah, they are narcs too, yeah. Right, LP. You got some bosses who enable a behavior. Yes, so some people go through this. They go up to the higher up, but the higher ups are enablers. You got and the people who are enablers who enable the destruction and the chaos at the workplace in any type of narcissistic or toxic relationship. Because all narcissists love enablers, so they hang around enablers all the time. That's their circle. Flying monkeys, enablers, and people that's just like them. Think about it, that's a big support system. It's set up for them to completely win and for you to lose, for you not to have a chance at winning at all. They don't teach you this in school. Honestly, they should be workplace 101. Yeah, monk wisdom. Yeah, but in some places they have strict rules about this stuff, especially jobs that's unionized. They have strict rules about workplace 101, the do's and the don'ts. But you know, when you're dealing with narcissists, they are crafty, sneaky people, and they think that they are so smart and above everyone, and they just can't help themselves to get their rocks off. So they're gonna still do what they want to do and believe that they're gonna get away with it. You know, they don't care. Hello, boom, boom, boom. That's how they let the abuse go on. Yeah, you got enablers. Enablers let the abuse go on. People make complaints. People make complaints about what goes on in the workplace, and then you have managers and supervisors, and we have the people that's above them, like the district manager. They say they're just okay. Well, we'll talk to so and so. They don't even talk to so and so. They talk to so and so. So and so still doing the same thing. Then you get, but then the person still's doing what they doing. You go tell them again, it's still nothing. Right, and then they just want to talk about it without making any. They won't make any disciplinary actions. You know, they won't, and so it keeps going on because they keep wanting to talk about it. And once a narcissist see a toxic person see that all they're gonna do is be talked to, because they don't care what you're saying or talking about anyway. So if all they gotta worry about is you just talking their ear off, and they still could go back to doing what they want to do, they're gonna still do what they want to do. They're gonna look at them like they a joke. Yes, Mike, that's true. The enablers are just as bad as the toxic people, right? Because they allow the behavior to go on and they're very cowardly. Exactly. Exactly. Enablers are just as worse. They keep the thing, they keep it going They keep it going, and they don't do, especially if they're in position to handle the situation, and they don't handle the situation, then the situation never gets handled because you're put in place to handle the situation, but you're an enabler, so the situation don't get handled. And then some people love the chaos and the drama, so they have something to kind of work and sit and talk about all day. So while they bored at work, lazy, miserable, and don't want to do no work, they got gossip now. So what they do is they sit up in their office and talk about what's going on with so and so, you and so, and all the drama in the store. You know, you see your bosses, they be sitting there, they be gossiping. They just be gossiping, talking, gossiping. And another thing they do is they try to avoid you. What they also try to do is avoid you so you won't come to them and complain about what's going on. See, because they know what's going on. And they know if you tell them what's going on, they have to do something about it. So what they will do is try to avoid you at all costs. You know, but sometimes they can't help but to run into you. So when they see you, what they will do is make sure that they talking to somebody so you won't bother them. You ever notice you don't never see your supervisor, your boss, or whatever it may be, and then when you do see them, they always talking to somebody? That's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence at all. All your coworkers and bosses, your narcissistic bosses and stuff like that, your coworkers, they're on the same page. They don't want you to. They know that the boss can't be by. But this don't even matter. But see, this is what they think that's matter. See, they think they so smart. But see, they don't understand. If you talking, that don't matter. You could stand there and wait till they finish, or you could keep going upstairs into their office until you see them. But you know, they think they so smart. They know everything. You know what I'm saying? They think they so smart. They think everything they think about is so clever. So what they'll do is that they try to avoid you. They'll avoid you all the time. Your bosses avoid you so that you won't make a complaint about what they know that's going on, that they know what's going on, and they upstairs laughing about, and they talking about, and they giving your coworkers or your supervisors the okay to do what they doing, and then they laughing and talking about it, and they don't want you to tell them about it, so it has to stop because you'll say something about it. So what they do is try to avoid you, and once they in the premises of you and know they're gonna end up seeing you, what they do is make sure they always talking. That's why every time you see them, they always talking to somebody. And also when you see them and you come in their way and they by themselves, they'll hurry up and speed off and go somewhere else. You'll be like, dang, what you running for? Like you'll see, you'll see, you'll see a supervisor, manager, or your boss. You'll see them walking fast. If they, you'll see them. Yeah, they talk bad to employees. Yeah, they real nasty. Yeah, they get real nasty to employees. They talk to you bad. You know, they also would just fire you for nothing. They'll fire you. They'll fire you for nothing. You know what I'm saying? They'll fire you for nothing at all. The best thing you could do to a not boss is become successful. Yeah, that's exactly, exactly. Inga, it becomes successful, and that's what you can do to any period. That's the best, biggest comeback. Is just live the best life you could live, become the best version of you, and be successful. And that's enough. You don't even have to say nothing, and that's that right there. And also, they want you to do all the work too. They'll treat you like if you know, like if you know what. I don't even want to say that S word on here because I don't know how they'll take it. But yeah, that's what they'll do. They'll treat you like you supposed to, the S word. You know, they'll treat you like you supposed to do all the work. You know, they'll not do nothing because they're already lazy anyway. So what they'll do is just leave everything for you to come in and do. They'll leave everything for you to come in and do, and they won't do no work, and they'll just be walking around, sitting upstairs or in their office just talking on their phone while you doing all the work. Right. Better way to put it, LP. They don't give you work, they dump it on you. This is why. This is why when you got your assigned job to do and you doing that, they start talking about other stuff that needs to be done. Instead of them doing it, all of them doing it, they sitting talking about the problem of what's need to be done. Because they don't want to do it. They want you to do it. So they sitting around you talking about it. So you can get hints, hindsight. Hey, why don't I do it? Because I'm already doing the job I'm supposed to do. So let me do this other job or jobs that needs to be done that nobody else is doing. That's what they that's what they want you to do. That's why they talking to you about it around you instead of just taking action on it. Yeah, sometimes narcs don't give you any work at all. Yeah. Yep, that's true, Joanna. He thought we was his children. Yeah, Queen C, yeah, that's how they treat you, right? They'll treat you like that, like you're their child. And also too, with the narcissistic employees, your coworkers to do, they will, the flying monkeys, your coworkers, your toxic coworkers, your flying monkey coworkers, what they'll do is also too, they'll brag about their promotion in front of you to make you feel bad. They also brag about how they got more hours than you too. They also brag about how they got more hours in front of you. Hi, RA. They'll brag about how they got more hours than you in front of your face to make you feel bad. Cause it's to make you feel like, okay, you're not wanted. I'm better than you. They like me. They don't like you. So they'll brag about the hours in front of you. Like, look at the hours I got. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that they giving you hardly any hours. And so they know that all the hours they're going to give to these other people. So what they do is tell them to go to you and brag about how they got all the hours. And because you know how many hours you got, which is really low. And they're going to brag about how many hours that they got, right? And how they got overtime or how they got, a raise. And they're going to brag about that in front of you is to make you feel bad. Because they want you to feel like, oh, but what about me? All these other people's, especially if you're a good worker. Because then you saying to yourself, well, I'm a good worker. All these other people are lazy. They don't even want to work. They don't come to work but do nothing but talk. But see, that's what it's about. They are narcissists, hate people who not like them. You see what I'm saying? So you're saying to yourself, why are they getting promoted? Why is they getting a raise? Why is they getting more hours? Why is they getting overtime? And they are lazy and they don't do no work. Because the people who's in charge of giving the hours, the overtime and the promotions and the raises, they are lazy narcissists themselves. You got to see what you got to understand. People show you what they honor. So if they getting promoted and they getting extra hours and then they are getting overtime and the raises and they don't do no work and they lazy and all they sit and do is gossip, what do that say about the people, your bosses and managers? What does that say about them? Exactly, Igna. Exactly, Inga. Inga. Exactly. Exactly. Right. Exactly. So why they bragging about that, saying that, you go off and you go get you something else and do your thing something else. So it really don't matter. And then the other point is that you hate this job. You don't even like it. You're miserable. So they giving it to you. You bragging about you got it, but you just added more misery with coming to work. So it's a contradiction. And I got to do a video about that. But I told y'all in a few videos how narcissists are contradictions. So it's like, yeah, and then you're lazy and you're not healthy. You got bad health. So you always tired, you always upset, and you always stressed out because you can't really do your job physically, and you always tired because you don't get proper sleep and manage your life and time right. And plus you miserable and you hate work. So I mean, you bragging about the hours you getting, but you also just at the same time celebrating your misery. You know, so it's like, okay, cool. All right, I gotta go. I'll see y'all later.